Oh. Hey, come on, light. Come on, light.
People.
Hey, family.
What's going on?
What's going on? Shabbat. Nope, it ain't Shabbat
No.
Shalom. It ain't.
No.
My bad. Nevertheless, let's pray together. Father, Yah, we thank you for allowing us to be here one more time to take us off the cliff. Father, as we engage in story time, we pray that you will give us revelation, that you will give us understanding, that you will give us how to interpret your scripture in the right context, Father Yah. I pray that your people will feel your presence right where they are, whether they're in the car or in the living room or wherever they may be, Father. May they feel your presence. Let your will be done concerning story time in tonight's lesson. Help us to get whatever you will have us to learn from it. In Yahushua's name we pray. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We loving it, all right? Listen, we want to welcome everybody to
Story time. Story time. Story time.
If you don't know who I am, I'm Bonnie G in the place to be.
Hey.
And like I always say, wherever the Ruach is, I kid you not, call my name so I can let you know I am present. She is here mentally, physically, and spiritually. She here. And if you don't know who she is, which you should, but let me just reintroduce you to her, okay? She's none other than Auntie Shelly on the beat. Oh, we don't do that for ourselves. We do that for the community. Hashtag community minded.
Yes.
Oh, it is the bump for us. That hits every time.
It does.
It's like a good seasoning, something that's real seasoned. That's like, ooh, what's on this? It's like that. Nevertheless, before we dive into the book of Shemuel, Sheni, which just means second, but we like it. We're going to go ahead and get into Psalms, because y'all know we like to give you a scripture. Follow me on Psalms 121. It says, I will lift up my eyes until the hills, from whence comes my help. My help comes from Yahuwah, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer your foot to be moved. He that guards you will not slumber. Behold, he that guards Yasharel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahuwah is your guard. Yahuwah is your shade upon your right hand. The sun shall not smite you by day, nor the moon by night. Yahuwah shall guard you from all evil. He shall guard your soul. Yahuwah shall guard your going out and your coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Amen.
Forevermore.
It
Guard.
It is.
He is guarding us.
And then it is that whole who made heaven and earth. I tell you what, I'd rather trust the one who made heaven and earth.
That's who's guarding us.
That's who. He ain't sleeping.
Mm-mm.
He ain't sleeping. It ain't a melatonin that you can give him.
Right.
Brother man ain't sleep.
No chamomile tea.
No chamomile. Listen, you ain't relaxing his eyebrows. He up. Guarding.
Guarding. Like looking around, guarding.
See, that's beautiful. Because
it really is when you really, really think about it.
Yeah. Guarding you. And then gonna give you shade.
Yeah.
That's a good father, y'all. That's a good father. Shalom, family. Shalom. Listen, for those that are new to story time, we just want to let you know you may hear something different that you're not used to, but it's only because we're reading from the Sefer app. Sefer Bible right here. So we purchased this Bible on Sefer.net, not .com, because you ain't gonna find it. It's just not there. Don't exist. Nevertheless, what we recommend that you don't do is pay full price.
Right.
There is a whole discount for you. Go ahead, before you check out, make sure you put in the discount code, which is story time. And listen, story time is it's not basic. It's a little souped up a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, the O in the word story is actually a 0, and the E in the word time is actually a 3, as a reminder to going back to the covenant. Because why? The assignment is understood. Because we straight in Torah. Yes, we in that thing wholeheartedly, okay? With that being said, I'm going to pass the mic, invisible mic, to Auntie Shelly on the beat, but bump, and she going to give us a recap
Thank
on
you,
the
Sister
last day.
LaVon.
Turn the mic up.
Okay, so we're going to be in Shemuel Shani, which is 2 Samuel. We're going to start at 13.
Yeah.
But last time we were together, last 6th day, we had the whole David and Bathsheba incident where David calls for Bathsheba. She comes. They have sexual relations. There's a baby. David brings Uriah home and tries to get him to go home, be with his wife so that he can think the baby is his. Uriah wouldn't do it. He said, nope, not while my brothers is on the battlefield. Can't do it. So David actually hands Uriah a letter to give to the general to put him on the front lines of the hottest battle until he is dead. And you know Uriah didn't even open, he trusts the king so much.
He didn't even open it.
He didn't even open a letter, or he never would have delivered it. He probably would have.
Absolutely. Don't give me no letter.
So Uriah dies. He goes and takes Bathsheba to be his wife. The baby ends up dying.
7 days later.
Yes, 7 days later, David goes on this fast. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't talk. He was sad. But then the baby dies, and everybody's like, "Oh no, now David's really gonna wig out." And David was like, "It was a chance while the baby was alive, but now there's no chance. So I'll go to the baby. The baby not coming back to me.
Yep.
So it's no use for me anymore." Nathan comes, gives him a whole story. I'm not even going to tell you all that. You're going to have to go back and read it. Basically, Nathan comes, gives him a parable, but he's acting it's something real. And David said, where he at? Who took this man's one little lamb? And he had all these animals and stuff and fed it to the stranger. And Nathan said, you did it. You the man. You had all this. And if you wanted more, all you had to do was ask. But you killed Uriah with the sword of the enemy. You the man. And now the sword is never going to depart from your house.
And it's coming.
And so now the first sword about to go swoop. So we're going to pick it up at 13. We read a little bit of it, but we need to place you in the story. So we'll start at the top of the story. So we're on chapter 13 of 2 Samuel.
Y'all ready? Shalom, family, shalom. All right, listen, let's get into it because it's about, like she said, the sword is coming. Chapter 13, 2 Samuel. And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister, whose name was Tamar. And Amnon, the son of David, loved her. And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin. And Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. But Amnon had a friend, whose name was Yonadav, the son of Shim'ah, David's brother. And Yonadav was a very subtle man.
So basically, this is his cousin.
Yes.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an uncle, but they're saying it's the son of the uncle, so it's his cousin.
His cousin, yep. And he said unto him, Why are you, being the king's son, lean from day to day? Will you not tell me? And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother's Absalom's sister. And Jehonadab said unto him, Lay down on your bed and make yourself sick. And when your father comes to see you, say unto him, I pray you, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it and eat it at her hand. So Amnon lay down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray you, let Tamar, my sister, come and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand. Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, Go now to your brother's Amnon's house and dress him meat. So Tamar went to her brother's Amnon's house, and he was laid down And she took flour and kneaded it, and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes. And she took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Amnon said, "Have out all men from me." And they went out every man from him. And Amnon said unto Tamar, "Bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of your hand." And Tamar took the cakes which she had made, and brought them into the chamber to Amnon her brother. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her, and said unto her, "Come lie down with me, my sister." And she answered him, "Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Yasharel. Do not you this foolishness. And I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? As for you, you shall be as one of the fools in Yasharel. Now therefore, I pray you, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from you. Howbeit, he will not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and laid with her.
Just really, really think about what just happened. This is your sister. You have different mothers, but this is still your sister. Y'all got the same daddy. This is your sister. Okay, that's the first problem. Then you got your cousin telling you, giving you bad advice, but you're so in your flesh. You're like, ooh, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll make myself sick.
Because lust is in the driving seat.
Yeah, yes. And then you got Tamar. This is her brother. She totally trusts him. It ain't no big thing when he says, "Come into my chamber and feed me." My brother is sick. He wants to lay down. I'm going to go in there and feed him. That's what she did. And all of a sudden he grabs you, and she was like, "Oh no, dude.
Don't do this.
Think about it. At the very least, go ask father."
Yes.
You'll know, he probably will say yes. Go ask him. She's trying to calm this situation down, because I'm pretty sure she would have got a whole no from David. He would have got a whole no from David.
She was just trying to get out of that space. Like, let's go and ask.
Yeah, at least do that. He was not listening, and he rapes his sister. Think of how Tamar feels. You're my brother.
And now the shame, she's got to have that.
Yeah, she got to live with that. You're my brother. I trust you. You're supposed to be my protector. The cousin too.
Yep.
You're supposed to be my protector. And you just giving me away.
And then there's no, so you know how the crazy thing is David, right? When he asked of it, there was no discernment. Because now the sword got to come to your house because you've been out of order. The same thing. It's the same thing that David did to Uriah, his wife. He wanted her.
Yep.
So now it's on your own son. Yep.
It's your son. Thought about that. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
He wanted her. And he got her by force.
By force.
And David didn't even see it.
Didn't see it coming.
But if that Bathsheba never happened, incident, he would have saw it.
He would have saw it.
He would have saw it. 15. Then Amnon, no, he didn't. Nerves, okay? Let's go and read. Then Amnon hated her exceedingly. See how Hasatan be out?
Yep. Leave. Give what you want.
He engage you. He get you. Yeah, that's a good idea. Then once you do it, he be out. He let you see yourself from what you are.
Yep.
And then you be pointing the blame to somebody else.
And he got the nerve to hate her. Excuse me, sir.
That's what I'm saying. That's how Hasatan is.
Yeah.
I think he came back to himself and he realized the shame that he brought on himself and how out of place he was.
So he gonna put it all on her.
And he putting it on her. Because if I put it on her, I can't see myself.
You're right. Right.
Then Amnon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said unto her, Arise, be gone. And she said unto him, There is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other that you did unto me. But he would not hearken unto her.
So basically now he's just saying,
treating her dirty.
Treating her dirty. It ain't like he did it and then said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's go talk to
yeah.
Dad." He was just like, "Get out."
Right. And she's like, your response is
Yeah.
worse than you raping me.
Yep. Yep. Basically.
Boy, when you let Hasatan put his foot on the gas, brother men don't know how to stop. 17. Then he called his servant that ministered unto him and said, "Put now this woman out from me and bolt the door after her." Oh, as if this is her fault.
Putting
Oh,
out
wait, let me
this
see.
woman out for not even acknowledging she else. So not even
No.
saying her name.
She has no ties no more. You disconnected completely
Yes.
on something that you brought.
Mm-hmm.
Dad says, the sword doesn't necessarily mean war, but also it signified division. Absolutely.
Cut off.
Absolutely. Auntie Linda says, as if she made him do it.
Right. She trying to stop the situation.
She was trying to get him to listen. You gonna feel this way if you do this.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, it's her fault.
The nerves.
It's her fault. Where King James at? All right.
18.
Okay.
She said, lock the door after her.
Yeah, thank you. Because I was like, what? All right. And she had a garment of this diverse colors upon her, for with such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins apparelled. Then his servant brought her out and bolted the door after her. And Tamar put ashes on her head and rent her garment of diverse colors that was on her, and laid her hand on her head, and went on crying. And Absalom, her brother, said unto her, has Amnon your brother been with you? But hold now your peace, my sister. He is your brother. Regard not this thing. So Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house. But when King David heard of all these things, he was very wroth. And Absalom spoke unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad. For Absalom hated Amnon because he had forced his sister Tamar. But you're the one. Wait a minute.
No. This is her brother. No, this is not the cousin.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, no, Absalom is her brother, David's son. So, of course, Absalom hears about it because them servants probably went back and told him, because they probably said, he did your sister dirty. I'm sure that they did not want to throw Tamar out, but they got to do what he says because they work for him. Somebody went back and see, this is the time you're supposed to snitch.
Yes.
So Absalom knows what he said. Tamar, just stay here.
Yep.
I'll
let me
basically just stay here.
Yep.
Just stay here. Yeah, I'm gonna handle it. But he didn't go tell his dad. He didn't say nothing to nobody. That's because Absalom is in stealth mode. If he could have made it so his dad would have never found out, I think that's what he did because of what. No, I can't say nothing.
Okay, because listen, my mouth is up like, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm way should I comment.
Oh, okay. Listen, y'all get into these comments so we can learn together. All right. Hector says, Hasatan is the mark of marks. Dad says, David house began to split.
Already with these brothers.
Wow. That's well and wise, though. But you know what? Nevertheless, 23. And it came to pass after 2 full years. Oh, he didn't wait. Oh, you thought I forgot. And it came to pass after 2 full years that Absalom had sheep shearers in Baal Hatzor, which is beside Ephraim. And Absalom invited all the king's sons. Smells like a setup to me. And Absalom came to the king and said, behold, now your servant has sheep shearers. Let the king, I beseech you, and his servants go with your servant. And the king said to Absalom, nay, my son, let us not all now go, lest we be chargeable unto you. And he pressed him, howbeit he would not go, but bless him. Then said Absalom, If not, I pray you, let my brother Amnon go with us. And the king said unto him, why should he go with you? But Absalom pressed him that he let Amnon and all the king's sons go with him.
Oh, so basically Absalom said, I'm gonna have like a little party. Basically, it looks like it was a hunting party. Oh, sheep shearers. But let all the king's sons come.
Yes.
Like all my brothers. Let us all, go hang out. And David is a little bit weary, like,
why you want him? And 2
years
have passed.
2 years, but so basically, if 2 years have passed and you haven't done anything, you kind of be like, well, maybe he cool. Maybe he ain't. David don't really know which.
Yeah.
He don't know what to think. And he was like, nah, we ain't going. We ain't going. But eventually he let all the king's sons go.
Auntie D says, there are Islamic countries that still treat women horribly after they've been raped. In some places, you have to marry your rapist. Whoa. Ooh. Father, thank you for your covering. Right. I don't even know how to touch that one, Auntie D. That's horrific.
Yes. But then, I don't know if I call it a bright side, but I kind of do. There are some countries who, if you rape somebody's sister, their mama, or whatever, the family gets to kill you.
Oh, that's
the brothers, whoever, they get to kill you.
Oh, that's a bright side.
I know, right? You be like, I ain't for you, dog. But hey, you did what you did.
Consequences. It tell you keep him away, keep him.
Yep. The brothers get to kill you.
Wow. All right. 28. Now Absalom had commanded his servants, saying, mark ye now when Amnon's heart is merry with wine. And when I say unto you, smite Amnon, then kill him. Fear not, have not I commanded you? Be courageous and be valiant. And the servants of Absalom did unto Amnon as Absalom had commanded. Then all the king's sons arose, and every man got up upon his mule and fled.
So they thinking Absalom ain't after none of y'all. His target is Amnon. But notice how those servants did what usually they'll be like, nah, dude, you gotta do this. We scared that's a king's son. That means they hated him for what he did too.
Yep. They was like, we
ain't got no problem with this.
He said, don't even worry. And I'm telling you to do it. I'm telling you to do it.
Hey, can I be the one?
Right. He's like, I'll tell you.
They didn't even say, that's the king's son. We can't do that. Come on, Absalom. They just did it.
You not only raped her, but then you treat her like trash.
Yes. And that's, like she said, that's the worst part. And it's been 2 years, and Daddy ain't did nothing either.
Dad ain't did nothing.
Dad was supposed to act as soon as he heard about it.
Yep.
You was supposed to do something.
Besides stay being mad.
Say something. But you did absolutely nothing. So Absalom was like,
I'm sorry to say, but I didn't mind how he took care of the issue.
Hey, Dad, you ain't gonna take care of it. I'll take care of it. That's my sister.
Now listen, I ain't telling y'all to go out there and murdering people that stopped you in the jaw. I ain't saying none of that. Because I ain't saying that.
But this is a little bit more serious.
Absolutely.
Because I would have to go back and check. Because I know there was some kind of law around this. And I think...
Well, way back when we read back
in Leviticus, that the law still applies.
Yes.
So I don't think Absalom was doing anything against the law. I think he was I think he was in his rights. If I'm not mistaken, I would have to go back and double check. But you can't just do this. Just like Simeon and Levi.
Yes.
When no law was even written down, you did this to myself. Oh, no.
Yes.
If you ain't going to take it from a stranger,
you're not going to do it from family. Yeah.
You sure can't do it.
Yes. And I do think they were in the right of that, doing that, because nothing had changed just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still in that Levitical.
Yeah, they're still in there.
They're still under that Levitical covering, I should say, or law.
Yeah.
All right. Verse 30. I lied on accident. I'm sorry. Verse 30. All right. And it came to pass while they were in the way that tidings came to David, saying, Absalom has slain all.
See, people don't even know how to get. Oh, let me stop. Keep reading.
Okay. Absalom has slain all the king's son, and there is not one of them left.
See, fake news been around.
Okay, because I was like, that's not what we just read.
Yeah, that's not what happened. No.
Then the king arose and tore his garments and lay on the earth, and all his servants stood by with their clothes rent. And Yonadav, the son of Shimei, David's brother, answered and said, Let not my Adonai suppose that they have slain all the young men, the king's son. For Amnon is only is dead. For by the appointment of Absalom, this has been determined from the day that he forced his sister Tamar.
And isn't this the one that told him to do it?
Sure.
You better be glad he don't know you had something to do with it.
You the one that put this thing together.
Cousin.
Because you would be right with Amnon.
Yep, you killed him too.
Sure would have. Now therefore let not my Adonai the king take the thing to his heart to think that all the king's sons are dead. For Amnon only is dead.
And notice he said, this has been determined from the day that he forced his sister Tamar.
That's why I said, come stay with me.
Absalom been in stealth mode
the entire time. Okay. He ain't told nobody what he was going to do.
You're going to get it one day when you least expect it.
When you thought I forgot.
Because it said he never spoke anything bad against him.
Yep. But Absalom fled. And the young men that kept the watch lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there came many people by the way of the hillside behind him. And Yonadav said unto the king, Behold, the king's sons come, as your servant said, so it is. And it came to pass, as soon as he had made an end of speaking, that, behold, the king's sons came and lifted up their voice and wept. And the king also and all his servants wept very sore. But Absalom fled and went to Talmai, the son of Ammihud, king of Geshur, and David mourned for his son every day. So Absalom fled and went to Geshur, and was there 3 years. And the soul of King David longed to go forth unto Absalom, for he was comforted concerning Amnon, seeing he was dead.
You better be comforted, because you didn't do nothing. Absalom is gone. He made his plan.
Yes.
For Absalom, I'm gonna kill him, then I'm gonna go to this place.
You're not gonna play with my siblings.
Yeah, what you not gonna do?
You're not gonna do that. And think I forgot? Oh no, I'm always watching. That's just your time. Just wait.
And since I know Daddy didn't act, he probably gonna be mad at me, so I'm just leaving the kingdom.
Yep, I'm gonna leave. Yep, I'm gonna leave. We better be glad that we don't operate in this no more. We don't. Chapter 14. Now Joab, the son of Zeruiah, perceived that the king's heart was towards Absalom, and Joab sent to Tekoah, and fetched thence a wise woman, and said unto her, I pray you, feign yourself to be a mourner, and put on now mourning apparel, and anoint not yourself with oil, but be as a woman that had a long time mourned for the dead, and come to the king and speak on this manner unto him. So Joab put the words in her mouth. And when the woman, a Toki, spoke to the king, she fell on her face to the ground, and did obeisance, and said, Help, O king. And the king said unto her, What ails you? And she answered, I am indeed a widow woman, and my man is dead. And my handmaid had 2 sons. And your handmaid had 2 sons. And they 2 strove together in the field, and there was none to part them. But the one smote the other and slew him. And behold, the whole family is risen against your handmaid. And they said, Deliver him that smote his brother, that we may kill him for the life of his brother whom he slew. And we may destroy the heir also, so they shall quench my coal which is left, and shall not leave to my men neither name nor remainder upon the earth.
So basically, she coming to him with what happened in David's house. Just like Nathan did that little thing.
She's doing the same parable.
She's doing the same thing.
Well, the dude gave her
like
the word.
He told her what to say. He went and hired him an actress, basically.
He sure did.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on. And he gonna jump in just like he did the last time. Tell him that I kill him. He's gonna give that order.
So I had two sons and they start arguing and one killed the other one. Now everybody's mad at him. And, oh, I need my son.
I think I think he's gonna put the order to kill his own son. I ain't never read it, but y'all let me know if y'all think so too. All right. 8. And the king said did I finish reading it? Yes.
Yeah, you're on 8.
And the king said unto the woman, go to your house, and I will give charge concerning you. And the woman, a Tokii, said unto the king, my Adonai, O king, the iniquity be on me, and on my father's house, and the king and his throne be guiltless. And the king said, whosoever says aught unto you, bring him to me, and he shall not touch you any more. Then said she, I pray you, let the king remember Yahuwah Eloheka, that you would not suffer the revenger of blood to destroy any more, lest they destroy my son. And he said, as Yahuwah lives, there shall not one hair of your son fall to the earth. Then the woman said, let your handmaid, I pray you, speak one word unto my El Adonai, and this is little e, Adonai the king. And he said, say on. And the woman said, wherefore then have you thought such a thing against the people of Elohim? For the king speaks this thing as one which is faulty, in that the king does not fetch home again his banished. For we must needs die, and are as water spilt on the ground, which cannot be gathered up again. Neither does Elohim respect any person, yet he devises means that his banished be not expelled from him. Now therefore that I am come to speak of this thing unto my Adonai the king, it is because the people have made me afraid. And your handmaid said, I will now speak unto the king. It may be that the king will perform the request of his handmaid. For the king will hear to deliver his handmaid out of the hand of the man that will destroy me and my son together out of the inheritance of Elohim. Then your handmaid said, the word of my Adonai, the king, shall now be comfortable. For as an angel of Elohim, so is my Adonai, the king, to discern good and bad. Therefore Yahuwah Eloheka will be with you. Then the king answered and said unto the woman, hide not from me, I pray you, the thing that I shall ask you. And the woman said, let my Adonai, the king, now speak. And the king said, is not the hand of Joab with you in all of this? And the woman answered and said, as your soul lives, my Adonai the king, none can turn to the right hand or to the left from aught that my Adonai the king has spoken. For your servant Joab, he bade me, and he put all these words in my mouth of your handmaid. To fetch about this form of speech has your servant Joab done this thing. And my Adonai is wise, according to the wisdom of the angel of Elohim, to know all things that are in the earth.
So David was smart this time. He said, let me think about this. This sounded he learned. He said, this sounded a little bit like my situation.
Right.
Because I'm not letting because basically the lady is saying, I need to bring my son home. But if he comes home, there are people who are going to want to kill him. And I need you to make sure that don't happen. So basically, because Joab wants Absalom back, because Absalom, I believe, is the heir right now. I believe he's the oldest. Basically she said, let Absalom come home and don't let nobody do anything to him.
Yeah.
Because there may be one of the sons who liked Amnon or thought Absalom did it kind of a little dirty,
right, and they all
want to get back. Yeah.
Yeah, they all was mourning too. Yeah. Wow. 21. And the king said unto Joab, Behold now, I have done this thing. Go therefore, bring the young man Absalom again. And Joab fell to the ground on his face and bowed himself and thanked the king. And Joab said, Today your servant knows that I have found grace in your sight, my Adonai, O king. In that the king has fulfilled the request of his servant. So Joab arose and went to Geshur and brought Absalom to Jerusalem. And the king said, Let him turn to his own house, and let him not see my face. So Absalom returned to his own house and saw not the king's face. But in all Yasharel there was none to be so much praised as Absalom for his beauty. From the sole of his foot even to the crown of his head, there was no blemish in him. And when he polled his head, in parentheses it says, for it was at every year end that he polled it, because the hair was heavy on him. Therefore he polled it.
I wonder if that means cut.
Cut, maybe.
Because his hair grew so long, I knew he had hair.
Maybe it was probably like lock or whatever.
Yeah, he had to do something too.
Because that would
because it was so heavy.
Because that's when our locks get heavy.
Oh, okay.
Because hair can get heavy too.
Oh yeah.
But polled, was it to polled? Anybody understands what that is? All right, so I'm going to continue as Auntie Shelly on the beat. Go ahead and look that up. All right, so I'm going to read it for it. It was every year's end that he pulled it, because the hair was heavy on him. Therefore he pulled it. He weighed the hair of his head at 200 shekels, and the king's weight.
Shaved it.
Okay, so he shaved his head. Wow.
Having the hair cut off.
And unto Absalom there was born 3 sons, and one daughter whose name was Tamar. She was a woman of a fair countenance. So he named his daughter after his sister. And she came out looking like her auntie.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because she was fair. Tamar
so she was beautiful too.
She was beautiful, yeah.
So Absalom is handsome. Fine.
Remind me of someone I know. I didn't say no name. So Absalom dwelt 2 full years in Yasharayim, Jerusalem, y'all, and saw not the king's face.
See, the thing is, okay, so you bring Absalom home, but you won't see him.
Yeah.
Which means you have not really forgiven him.
No. But then you were sad that he had...
That he left, because you didn't know where he was.
Yes.
But now you bring him home, but you don't want to see him. Because he killed
and you were
the
happy
son that raped the daughter.
But you were happy about it.
Yes.
I wouldn't say happy, but you was at peace about it, because you knew what Amnon did was despicable.
And you know where Absalom was coming from.
Yes.
But still, you don't want to see his face.
You don't want to see it.
He killed your son. Well, he raped your daughter.
He raped your daughter.
And you did nothing, sir.
For 2 years. You probably did that, like, let's not speak about it.
It'll go away.
It'll go away. Nope. Let me see. Therefore Absalom sent for Joab to have sent him to the king, but he would not come to him. And when he sent again the second time, he would not come. Therefore he said unto his servants, See, Joab's field is near mine, and he has barley there. Go and set it on fire. Oh, we love a good fire.
Always.
We love a good fire. You don't want to talk? I'll just set yourself on fire.
Yeah, then you'll come talk to me.
Come on, Lisa Lopez. We love her. Listen, she was Hebrew, okay?
Right.
Absalom's servants set the field on fire. Then Joab arose and came to Absalom. See, now you want to come.
Yeah, he knew it.
Now you want to come. All right. Y'all love for us to do something dramatic just for you to respond. All right. Then Joab arose and came to Absalom unto his house and said unto him, Wherefore have your servants set my field on fire? And Absalom answered Joab, behold, I sent unto you, saying, come here, that I may send you to the king to say, wherefore am I come from Geshur? It had been good for me to have been there still. Now therefore let me see the king's face. And if there be any iniquity in me, let him kill me. So Joab came to the king and told him. And when he had called for Absalom, he came to the king and bowed himself on his face to the ground before the king, and the king kissed Absalom. Listen, Joab didn't even, Absalom didn't even go into why. He just said, listen, hey.
Yep.
The reason why you over here is because I need you to tell the king that it's been 2 years.
And you wouldn't come when I called you.
You wouldn't come when I came. So listen, go tell the king that I could have stayed in Geshur.
Yeah.
But I'm here. I've been here for a while, and I want to see him.
Yeah. What I come out here for? I could have stayed where I was.
I could have stayed where I was. Now we not gonna move forward in petty. You could have kept me where I was if you was gonna do this.
Yep. If you was gonna do this.
Now your plant's gonna grow back. Okay. Learn. We can set something on fire, boy. Our ancestors love fire. Never mind. Chapter 15. And it came. Oh, hold on, y'all. Listen, we're gonna cliff y'all before we was clipping.
Oh, are we out of
Hold on, we're gonna help y'all out. Because it might hang out.
No.
It might not. I mean, listen. Sorry, y'all. Our babies be using this. Babies be using the whole computer for homework and stuff. All right, we got some juice. All right, it went away. All right, y'all. So, thank you.
What was that? Like 1% or something?
Yeah. Listen, the computer was about to clip y'all.
Yeah.
I'll go give you your time back. All right, chapter 15. And it came to pass after this that Absalom prepared him chariots and horses and 50 men to run before him. And Absalom rose up early and stood beside the way of the gate. And it was so that when any man had a controversy, came to the king for judgment, then Absalom called unto him and said, of what city are you? And he said, your servant is of one of the tribes of Yasharel. And Absalom said unto him, see, your matters are good and right, but there is no man deputed of the king to hear you. Absalom said, moreover, oh, that I were made judge in the land, that every man who has any suit or cause might come unto me, and I would do him justice. And it was so, that when any man came nigh to him to do obeisance, he put forth his hand and took him and kissed him. And on the manner did Absalom to all Yasharel that came to the king for judgment. So Absalom stole the hearts of the men of Yasharel. I don't know, this sounds real sneaky.
It is.
Okay.
This is what you call, remember when you were talking about a coup d'etat?
Yes, a coup d'etat.
This is just a coup.
Okay.
Yep. A coup d'etat is when they get violent.
Yes.
This is a coup. He is plotting to overthrow his dad.
Okay.
But peacefully.
Wow.
So basically, if you coming to see the king for judgment, Absalom was stopping you at the gate saying, what's up? What's wrong?
Yeah.
What you know,
trying to get the scoop.
And so he said, oh, I'll judge it. You don't even need to take it to my dad. Everybody knows you're his son, so they're not thinking no. Because sometimes the king did have judges, at the gate or whatever. Yes. It's not like it's unusual. But he's winning the hearts of the people. Because they said, oh, yeah, let's go to Absalom. So he must be doing it right.
Wow.
He must not be taking no bribes. He must be hearing both sides of the story because he's winning their hearts.
So is this a Yah thing or is this flesh? Yeah, is Yah?
Well, he ain't the king, and the king didn't appoint him. But he is the king's son.
But he's king's son.
But he's doing it himself. This is a coup.
I mean, we've seen Yah allow it to be moved.
Well, if we read that, then we'll know, and if we don't,
okay, you're right. You absolutely right. Let's read it and see what's going to happen. Verse 7. And it came to pass after 40 years. No, not he been judging for 40 years? Secretly? Let's read. You're right. Levon, read. You're right. And it came to pass after 40 years that Absalom said unto the king, I pray you, let me go and pay my vow, which I have vowed unto Yahuwah in Hebron. For your servant vowed a vow while I abode at Geshur in Aram, saying, if Yahuwah shall bring me again indeed to Yerushalayim, then I will serve Yahuwah. And the king said unto him, go in peace. So he arose and went to Hebron.
So if he was doing this for 40 years, David had to have known he was doing it and had no problem with it.
Yeah.
Not thinking his son is doing anything shady. Me, I still think it's a coup.
Y'all think that Absalom moving in shadiness? I'm thinking that this is...
Because he didn't ask permission.
He didn't, but I'm thinking this is Yah inspired. I don't know. Listen, put 1 if you think it's Yah inspired. Yeah. Put 2 if you think this is a coup. Like he trying to overthrow.
And don't lean on he's intentional or he knew what was going on. That's the easy answer.
Yeah, don't do that.
That don't mean he approved it because he knew what was going on or allowed it to keep going on. Because we know he can take any situation and work with it.
But everybody's leaning towards yours.
Oh, that's a coup.
Okay. All right. Well, let's find out. Ain't nobody would have won though. All right. But verse 10. But Absalom sent spies. Oh. I changed my answer to 2.
You ain't even read it yet though.
Okay, I'm gonna stick to 1. All right. But Absalom sent spies throughout all the tribes of Yasharel, saying, as soon as ye hear the sound of the shofar, then ye shall say, oh, well, this is in Hebron though. Absalom reigns in Hebron.
It's still Israel, and it's the tribe saying it.
Let me continue. And with Absalom went 200 men out of Yerushalayim that were called, and they went in their simplicity, and they knew not anything. And Absalom sent for Achitophel, the
Giloni.
There you go. David's counselor from his city, even from Gilo, while he offered the sacrifices. And the conspiracy was strong, for the people increased continually with Absalom. I'm going with 2. Changing my... I'm going with 2.
Well, now you know.
It was a coup. We was all together.
Yeah.
We was together.
So, like, you can't say David reigns in Hebron. It's part of Yasrael.
Got you.
It's not 2 kings. Whether you a prince,
yes,
but you don't reign. No, that's David.
But I wonder what made him do that, though.
Because whenever he went before the king, he sent something phony.
No, but I'm saying when did it switch because David didn't do anything behind his sister? Maybe he secretly hated him?
I think he does. I think he just doesn't like his father because his father didn't do anything. Then you sent for me. I didn't see your face. I had to force myself to see your face. And then once I see your face, he must have said something wrong. And then I did this I was judged for 40 years outside your gate. And I'm sure in David's mind, he's saying, I owe him that. Let him be a judge outside the gate. No big deal. He's a prince.
Yeah.
But then now you going on to the next step. You got people saying that Absalom reigns here.
Wow. Hey, Auntie Jerry, she says, my hand is raised. What is a coup? Yes, you're right. You're right. Because I was like that. Yes, I was like that when she actually said a coup d'etat too.
Yeah, a coup is when you take over a government or you take over leadership of a country. You staged a coup. So you got the current whoever, whether it's a president or king or something, out, and you put yourself in their place, but you did it without violence. A coup d'etat is you did it with violence. So like when I know I'm trying to say his name. What's the guy's name? Gaddafi. When Gaddafi took over Libya, he staged a coup. He didn't do nobody. He didn't kill nobody. He just went and took it.
Gotcha.
He just went and took the throne. That was a coup. So this right here, so far, is just a coup.
Gotcha.
Ain't nobody died over it. He ain't went to war over it. He just did it like a conspiracy. So he did it undercover.
Listen, Auntie Jerry, when she said that, I was like, a coup to what? A coup to Matata? What mean? No worries. What
It's
we
like,
talking
it's
about?
like a French word. Like
Right. And then I saw it in the book. Remember, I said, I was like, oh my gosh, it's really, not that it was, but some things just have to collect.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, that's really a thing.
Yep.
I thought it was a song. I thought we all sung it in
not
Lion King.
That's something totally different.
As y'all know, I'm not the brightest bulb. All right. Auntie Linda said, remember my brother Eric said the beginning of the vision of David's kingdom. Mm-hmm. And that's very true.
Yep. So he's snatching little pieces of it, but I'm not going to war. Hey, the people said I reigned.
Yep. That's true.
It's the people that's following me.
Wow. 13. And there came a messenger to El David saying, the hearts of the men of Yasharel are after Absalom. And David said unto all his servants that were with him at Jerusalem, arise and let us flee, for we shall not else escape from Absalom. Make speed to depart, lest he overtake us suddenly, and bring this evil upon us, and smite the city with the edge of the sword.
So he said, sum up with Absalom. I get it. Let's go right now, because if he gathers enough men and comes back, there's going to be a war.
Yes.
And people are going to die. So let us leave. So at that point, it would have been a coup d'etat. If he came with a bunch of soldiers killing everybody. That's a violent overthrow.
Wow.
He said, Absalom clearly has plans, and he's thought this out. I haven't been thinking about it.
Right.
So I have no comeback right now. I don't have a plan. I need to get away from here and work this plan. But right now, if Absalom was to come through right now, Absalom had 40 years to do a plan. He would win. So let's go.
Seeing that he was moving stealth mode when it became to his sister. So you already know he a planner.
Yep.
He's strategist.
Yep.
Wow. Let's see. Verse 15. And the king's servant said unto the king, behold, your servant are ready to do whatsoever my Adonai the king shall appoint. And the king went forth, and all his household after him. And the king left 10 women, which were concubines, to keep the house. And the king went forth, and all the people after him, and tarried in a place that was far off. And all his servants passed on beside him, and all of the Corintheum, and all of the Philistines, and all of the Gittites, 600 men who came after him from Gath, passed on before the king. Then said the king to Ittai the Gittite, wherefore go you also with us? Return to your place and abide with the king, for you are a stranger, and also an exile. Whereas you came but yesterday, should I this day make you go up and down with us? Seeing I go whither I may, return you and take back your brethren. Mercy and truth be with you.
So there was is this where Absalom went? Did he go to y'all remember where he went?
No, he went to Gillo to make sacrifices.
No. Who he went to go live with?
Oh, no, it wasn't them.
It wasn't them? Because they tried to follow David, and David said, I don't know you.
Right, I don't know you.
I don't know you. You're not coming. You could be for Absalom. And go back and tell him
where I'm at.
So I don't know you. You can't come. No hard feelings, sorry, but you can't come. No, buddy.
No, I don't know you. That's how you got to do. You got to know folks. Okay. 21. And the Ittai answered, or that's his name tonight.
That look like Ittai to me.
It's that today. Answered the king and said, as Yahuwah lives and as my Adonai the king lives, surely in what place my Adonai the king shall be, whether in death or life, even there also will your servant be. And David said to the Ittai, "Go and pass over." And Ittai and the Ittai, no, and Ittai the
That's the
Gittai
person. Yeah.
passed over, and all his men, and all the little ones that were with him. And all the country wept with a loud voice. And all the people passed over. The king also himself passed over the brook of Kidron. And all the people passed over towards the way of the wilderness.
Oh, so basically, there were some people's like, I'm leaving with David.
Yep.
I'm leaving with David. I'm not staying in this city waiting for nobody.
Nope.
Where you go? And so they're weeping because they got to leave home. And,
Yes.
But they said, I'm not staying here.
Where you go, I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And lo, Zadok also, and all the Levites were with him, bearing the ark of the covenant of Elohim. And they set down the ark of Elohim, and Abiathar went up until all the people had done passing out of the city. And the king said unto Zadok, "Carry back the ark of Elohim into the city. If I shall find favor in the eyes of Yahuwah, he will bring me again and show me both it and his habitation. But if he thus says, I have no delight in you, behold, here am I. Let him do to me as seems good unto him." The king said also unto Zadok the priest, "Are not you a seer? Return into the city in peace, and your two sons with you, Achimaatz, your son, and Yehunathan, the son of Abiathar. See, I will tarry in the plain of the wilderness until there comes word from you to certify me." Zadok therefore and Abiathar carried the ark of Elohim again to Yerushalayim, and they tarried there.
That's a pretty smart move, because come on, David. That ark belongs where the ark belongs. It's not David understood this is not a secret weapon.
Yes.
It's not a lucky charm.
Like they tried to use it in the past.
Yeah, he said this is not lucky. We can't just be grabbing the ark.
No.
And taking it, because these Levites said, "We coming with you, and this ark coming too." He said, "Nope, put it back where it belongs. And you stay there and watch it like you're supposed to." Because remember, the Levites ain't supposed to be in none of this.
Yeah, they don't have no. Yeah.
Their job is to look after the tabernacle with all the stuff. That's their job. Absalom shouldn't even be going to mess with them. So David said, "I'll know if Yahuwah brings me back and I see it again. I'll know I'm supposed to be back home. If not, then I won't see it. But no. This is a no. Take it back."
That's good. That's
so he's good. Starting to get his right.
Yeah. Come on, alignment. Get back into alignment.
Yeah.
Auntie Linda said, "Order." Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Yes, we see it. Verse 30. And David went up by the ascent of Mount Olivet, and wept as he went up, and had his head covered, and he went barefoot, and all the people that was with him covered every man's his head, and they went up weeping as they went up. And one told David, saying, "Achitophel is among the conspirators with Absalom." And David said, "Oh Yahuwah, I pray you, turn the counsel of Achitophel into foolishness."
Okay, let me I want to do a little sidebar right now.
Yeah, please.
But it's actually any of you may know it, but I think Moraine knows it. So David goes up on the Mount of Olives and cries. Isn't this where Mashiach? Isn't this where Mashiach went right before they crucified him? Is this where they arrested him, Matt? Was it on the Mount of Olives? That's a question. I'm not really sure, but for some reason I'm thinking this is where he prayed, or this. I don't know why I'm thinking that.
Was it the Gethsemane? I thought he prayed at the.
But it was the Garden of Gethsemane, but the Garden of Gethsemane is somewhere, like it's on top of a mountain or something. And it might be a mount.
That hit us with a straight no. So we waiting for an explanation. I know your fingers can't move that fast.
Oh, so it's not the same place. That's what he said. He said, no, it's not the same place.
No, he just said no. I'm just waiting for more information.
Oh, okay.
Get you, Ronnie. You know, Auntie Linda thinking about it though.
Yeah, I'm like, is this the same place?
I like when you get ladders too.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll climb a ladder.
Oh, I love it. Make me feel like I'm not alone. Verse 32. And it came to pass that when David was come to the top of the mount where he worshipped Elohim, behold, Hushai, the Archi, came to meet him with his coat rent and earth upon his head. Dad said this is where he wept for Jerusalem.
Oh.
Who is the he?
Mashiach.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, so
okay.
Yeah, this is where David wept because the kingdom is now kind of
being divided. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. You kind of.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
I think if I keep reading,
I don't want to put too much on it, but it's something.
It's something.
Seems like it's something there.
But. Yeah, Dad said, how prophetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Auntie Linda says sometimes you gotta paint that ceiling.
Oh, the ladder.
You know we like Lowe's. We should wear Lowe's shirts because we be buying ladders. We be going so high. You be like, how you think about that, girl? That's a reach. Sometimes it be a reach. Sometimes it be on point. All right, that's what we mean when we say climbing ladders. All right, and it came to pass that when David was come to the top of the mount where he worshipped Elohim, behold, a Hushai, the Archi, y'all reading it on, so y'all know that what it looked like to you, came to meet him with his coat rent and earth upon his head. Unto whom David said, if you pass on with me, then you shall be a burden unto me. But if you return to the city and say unto Absalom, I will be your servant, O king, as I have been your father's servants hitherto, so will I now also be your servant. Then may you for me defeat the counsel of Achithophel. And have you not there with Zadok and Abiathar the priest? Therefore it shall be that what things soever you shall hear out of the king's house, you shall tell it to Zadok and Abiathar the priest. Behold, they have there with them their two sons, Achimaaz, Zadok's son, and Jehonathan, Abiathar's son. And by them you shall send unto me everything that you can hear. So the Hushai, David's friend, came into the city, and Absalom came into Jerusalem.
So basically, David's telling me, okay, I see you sad, but you're not doing me no good out here just being sad. Or be a spy. Basically, he said, go be my spy.
Yeah.
You got some people, you're going to send me word by these people, by the priest. These are the ones that I know are for me.
Yes.
So when you hear something in the king's house, then
bring it to them and they'll let me know.
But I need you to be there when Absalom gets there. So you need to have all different people in place before the enemy comes, because then if you leave and come back,
you're going to look like a spy.
But if you don't leave with me, if you never left with me, that's saying you ain't with me.
Yes.
So I'm going to need you there when he get there. So.
Yes, so go back.
Instead of crying, rent your clothes, David, I'm for you. No. If you for me, then go do something.
Yeah, come on, stealthy. Come on, stealth mode. Chapter 16. And when David was a little past the top of the hill, behold, Siva, the servant of, they just going to throw these words
right?
Okay. All right, I see you. Mimi. All right, the servant of Mephibosheth, oh, it's you again, met him with a couple of asses saddled, and upon them 200 loaves of bread, and 100 bunches of raisins, and 100 of summer fruits, and a bottle of wine. And the king said unto Siva, what do you mean by these? And Siva said, the asses be for the king's household to ride upon, and the bread and the summer fruit for the young men to eat, and the wine that such as be faint in the wilderness may drink. And the king said, and where's your Adonai's son? And Siva said unto the king, behold, He abides at Yerushalayim. For he said, Today shall the house of Yasharel restore me the kingdom of my father. Then said the king to Siva, Behold, yours are all that pertain unto Mephibosheth. And Siva said, I humbly beseech you that I may find grace in your sight, my Adonai, O king. And when King David came to Barshurim, behold, thence came out a man of the family of the house of Shaul, whose name was Shimei, the son of Gera. He came forth and cursed still as he came. And he cast stones at David and at all the servants of King David. And all the people and all the mighty men were on his right hand and on his left. And thus said Shimeon when he cursed, come out, you bloody man, and you man about. Yahuwah has returned upon you all the blood of the house of Shaul, in whose stead you have reigned. And Yahuwah has delivered the kingdom into your hand of Absalom your son. And behold, you are taken in your mischief, because you are a bloody man. Then said Avishai, the son of Zeruiah, unto the king, Why should we continue reading when we can get back till tomorrow?
All I'm gonna say is this man is bold.
Real bold.
First of all, what you said though kind of don't make no sense because, okay, it's obvious already.
Yeah.
You like Saul.
Yes.
And you're blaming it on David.
Right. But Saul's
David had nothing to do with that, right? David ain't had nothing to do with that. It ain't his fault Saul's dead. And none of that is his fault. So you're uninformed from Jump Street. But then to say he took it from you and gave it to your son.
Yes. Who told you that?
Saul still ain't got it.
Who told you that? Because it's still not in Saul's family.
Right. It's
Who
still
told you
not in
that?
Saul's family.
Who told you that?
So what you're saying don't even make no sense.
None.
You throwing out curses.
You talking about the side of
you
your
lost
head.
the kingdom to your son. But that's who was going to get the kingdom anyway.
And who told you it was a real loss? Just because it looked that way, who told you that?
Yeah. And you obviously have some kind of grudge.
I mean, but if y'all think about first off, this is so fun. When y'all tells you something, he gonna tell it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's how Hasatan comes. He comes and make it look like it, but all he is just padding your testimony.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
He's just giving you more information to tell somebody else the power that he has. This ain't a real loss because y'all still in control. And in any given moment, y'all can speak to David and say, go take over Ashkelon and show my people that I'm still. But to everybody else, it looked like a whole wash.
Yep.
Everybody else, Ashkelon is taking over. But see, that's how you so easily get deceived by what looks like a loss.
Yeah.
And it's really not a loss.
It's really not.
It's process.
Yes.
Because David needs to know.
Yes.
David got some learning to do.
Yep.
It's a process. It's a whole process for David.
And this is a punishment.
And it's a punishment. Yeah. And you see, like you said, he's getting it back. He's like, I'm thinking, nah, don't bring the ark to me.
Yeah. Yes. He's already
Take it back.
Take that thing back.
Take it back.
Everything right now is on Yahuwah because David knows. Nathan done gave you the prophecy already.
Absolutely.
You already know you finna have some trouble in your
own
own house. David is seeing all this and go, I didn't say nothing. And I did do this with Bathsheba and I did these things.
Yes.
And it's coming back on me. So Yahuwah let him have his way.
Yep. Which again, not a loss. We get them whoopings that we be needing, but y'all still gonna bring whatever purpose that's in us. He's still gonna draw it out for the good. It's all gonna work out for his good.
Yep.
And for the
there's
nations.
A promise attached.
That's what I'm trying to say. I said all of that just
that's good.
That's it.
But all that is happening because there's a promise attached. Absolutely. You're gonna remember he said, I will discipline you, but I won't take myself from you.
That's right. And you getting that discipline.
Yes. You getting one of them whoopings. You get one of them
I'm
good
talking
old
about the one where he holding you by the arm and
switches.
and you can't get away. You just going around in a circle and you still getting, he getting one of them. But it's all for your good.
Yes.
It's all for your good, because at the end of the day, you should want Yahusha or Yahuwah to whoop you than Hasatan.
Yes.
Because his whoopings don't stop.
Yeah.
Until it's too late.
So basically that was that. I'm going to trust Yahuwah. If he bring me back home,
yeah,
and take me out for ice cream afterwards, so be it.
And notice he's going back to his original mindset, because when he first started when King
he was getting
Saul,
a little bit too
and King Saul, he was like, well, if he gets me, Father, is he gonna take me? Is he gonna capture me? He's going back to that mindset of, well, if it happens, it's allowed by Yah.
Getting back in line.
Yes, but those are my sentiments. What do you guys think that tonight's lesson is about? Because a lot happened.
Right.
What do you think?
We're right here in 16.
Auntie Linda says the Most High gives time to repent. He does. She also went and said twisted history happened way back then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fake news.
Fake news.
All your sons dead.
Like what? Who told you that? No, they not. No, they not. What is the lesson tonight, you all? Everybody else have their opinions. Let's learn. Let's learn together. I would love to hear, what do you guys think that we should take from this tonight's history?
Even if it's just one little point, that's fine. We're not looking for the long answers, and because, like you say, you all help us too, because you're gonna think of something we didn't even
think of that. Like when Auntie Cammy was like, the House of Judgment, the sword. It's coming to his house. He said that. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. And Auntie Linda, she mentioned and said, no, remember the judgment is starting. She said, I gave mine. The Most High gives time to repent.
Well, yeah, you gave. That's Linda, ain't it? Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is. That's true. Just got to be aware of that space and time. Dad said, what a man sows, that what he also reap. That's very true. Ooh, Auntie Shani, she says, a man process is Yahuwah's business.
Oh, okay.
I already knew where you were going. Okay. A man's process is Yahuwah's business. That's very true.
How he takes them through the steps of discipline.
And no matter what it look like, Yah's in control of that.
Yeah.
That's very true.
So you will want to be quiet. And like if anybody is going through anything, you would want to be quiet. And I'd be like, you going through that because the man got it wrong. Yeah. You going through that because of what you did to Saul. He ain't did nothing to Saul. You don't even know he could have, but he didn't.
Sure didn't. He did something to Uriah. That was his name, Uriah?
That's the ark.
No. The one that he got killed. What's his name? He killed him.
Oh.
Who was his name? Bathsheba husband.
Yeah.
Is it Uriah?
Yes, Uriah.
Yeah, he did something to Uriah. But he didn't do nothing to Saul. He was obedient concerning Saul.
Yeah. You do nothing to Saul. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Talking out your left neck. I don't know. Well, y'all, if there isn't any more, we thank y'all for allowing us to be in your homes one more time. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. on Story Time. Quiet and respect the process. Yes.
Just take your whooping.
Take your whooping.
Just take it.
And know that, it's good that he whooping you versus the man that's seeking and trying to find who he can
destroy.
Because
he'll leave you out there.
As he did.
As
he did. Once he did what he did to his sister, he hated her. But you did not hate her before you went into her.
And lock the door. Remember he said, kick her out and bolt the door. Like, don't even make sure she can't even get back in.
Ain't no talking about it. Nah. Get out. The moment you got done, get out of here. That's how Hasatan is, man. He will lead you and leave you high and dry. He'll let you drive them emotions wherever. He'll let you sightsee through your emotions. You want to go here?
Drop you off.
Okay, let's go here. He'd be like a Google a map quest, okay? Make illegal U-turn here and then stay here. Your destination is right here.
Yeah. You'd be like, where?
You'd be like, where?
There's no
You'd be
here.
like, Hassan, wait. I need to get back. He'd be like, gone.
Bye.
There you are. You'd be stuck looking stupid all by yourself. Big Brother Hector says, Hasatan attacks us in the process, and he can't stop the blessing, but he can hinder it if we allow him to.
If we allow him to, yeah.
That's right. But if we recognize who got, what is that, dominion over him.
Yep. That's what David is doing. I'm not going to hinder this process.
I'm going to go through it.
I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do. If he bring me back, he do. If he don't, I know why. I know why I'm being disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right. Auntie Linda, she says, shalom, shalom, family. I'm trying, I ain't trying to rush the day, but I can't wait till tomorrow. As she eating.
Right. You know she is. You know it.
Well, for real, we're gonna stop playing and see you tomorrow.
Shalom.